Good morning students. Today we will discuss another concept called it as marginal costing. So we will see how we are going to calculate this marginal costing. So we know that to decide the selling price of a product, first we need to calculate the cost of the product. For that cost of the product, we add some profit to fix the selling price. For example, if you want to fix the selling price of a pen, suppose its cost price is 9 rupees and we will fix some profit as 1 rupee. Totally it is 10 rupees, so that the selling price of a pen is 10 rupees. So like that we will fix the selling price of a product. So to fix the product price, first we need to calculate how much it takes to produce that product. That means we need to find out the cost of that product. So here we have two methods to calculate the cost of the product. So that is, first one is marginal costing, the other one is absorption costing. First one is marginal costing, the other one is absorption costing. In these two ways we will calculate the cost of the product. So here first we will discuss about what is meant by a marginal costing. So it is a technique where we can use only one variable cost. Only the variable cost are taken into account while calculating the cost of the product. So to decide the cost of the product, we will consider only the variable cost. So here we have to discuss about what are the types of costs we have. One is a fixed cost, the other one is variable cost. The costs may be divided into two types, fixed costs and variable costs. So come to fixed cost. Fixed cost means when the volume increases or the output level of the product increases, the cost will not be changed. For example, factory cost will not be changed if the output level increases or decreases. Machinery cost will not be increased or decreased whether the output level is increased or decreases. Building cost will be remained same whether the output level is increased or decreased. So that is called as fixed cost. The other one is variable cost. So here it changes according to the output level of the capacity. That means when the volume increases or decreases, some of the expenses will increase or decrease accordingly. For example, material cost, for example, labor cost, etc. So I will show you how it varies. For example, 2000 units. For 2000 units, the direct material cost is suppose 2 lakh rupees and direct labor cost is 1 lakh rupees. For 500 units, it will be changed. It will be changed because here the units will be decreased. The number of units produced will be decreased, so that this cost also will be changed. This will also be decreased accordingly. Okay, so this type of expenses are called as variable costs. So in marginal costing, we will consider only the variable cost to calculate the cost of the product. We will not consider the fixed costs. Okay. So but in the absorption costing, we will use both fixed cost and variable cost to calculate the cost of the product. So this is a technique where both fixed costs and variable costs are taken into account while calculating the cost of the product. and this is a old technique, and it is also called as a traditional method or full cost method. In this way, we are going to calculate the absorption costing. Suppose if we use this method, that is absorption costing method, to calculate the total cost, that will not give you the correct result, because it includes both fixed cost and variable cost. It includes both fixed cost and variable cost. But the fixed cost will not be changed even when the output level increased or decreased. For 2000 units, the building cost will be the same. For 500 units, the building cost will be the same. When the output level, because of this reason, we need to use marginal costing method to calculate the cost of the product. So let us solve one problem first using absorption costing and then marginal costing. I will show you a problem here and I will put as a snapshot here the problem information. So you can please check it there. So here is a problem. A company is manufacturing 3 products, capital A, B and C. The costs of their manufacture are as follows. The information is given here for the product A, for the product B and for the product C. So the direct material cost, here they have mentioned per unit wise information. So we have to convert into the number of outputs. Okay, that also they have mentioned here. First, per unit, the direct material cost is for A 3 rupees, for B 4 rupees, for C 5 rupees, and labor cost is per unit for A 2 rupees, for B 3 rupees, for C 4 rupees. Selling price is 10 rupees per unit, 15 rupees per unit and 20 rupees per unit for product C. And here they have mentioned the total overheads are 12,000 rupees. Total overheads are 12,000 rupees, out of which 9,000 are fixed and the rest are variable. Here they have mentioned total overheads. Here total overheads means fixed overheads and variable overheads. Together its information is 12,000 rupees. They have mentioned 9,000 rupees as fixed overheads and the rest means 12,000 minus 9,000, which is equal to 3,000 rupees as variable overheads. It is decided to apportion these costs over the different products in the ratio of the output. According to the output, we have to divide the amount. You are required to prepare a statement showing cost of each product and profit according to absorption costing, and a statement of cost and profit according to the marginal costing technique. So in both ways we have to find out the total cost and we need to find out the profit also. So using absorption costing we need to find out the total cost and profit. Using marginal cost also we need to find out the total cost and profit. Okay, let us solve this problem. First we will use the absorption costing method. According to absorption costing, how we are going to get the total cost and the profit, that we will see first. So to calculate the total cost, we have to make use of the components of the total cost. That is, first we have to add prime cost, then factory cost, then we have to add office cost, then we have to find out the total cost. Okay, in that way we have to find out the cost of the product. So to find out the prime cost, we need to add direct material cost, direct wages, direct expenses. But here we have given with only direct material and direct labor also they have given in the problem. Direct labor also he given. Direct expenses they haven't mentioned. So I will show you here. So first here we have to mention the particulars. So then A is 1000 units. They have given in the problem itself 1000 units. And for B 1000 units and for C also 1000 units. They have produced equally. 3 products have been produced equally. So A is 1000 units, B is 1000 units and C is 1000 units. They have given us per unit prices. We have to calculate it for total 1000 units. They have given us per unit and we have to find it for total. Okay. So first, direct material 3 rupees per unit. Total we have 1000 units. 3 into 1000 is equal to 3000 rupees. Direct labor is 2 rupees. Product A 2000 rupees. For product B it is 4 rupees. Total is 4000 rupees. Direct labor cost is 3 rupees, that is 3000 rupees. For product C it is per unit price is 5 rupees, 5000 rupees total, and direct labor per unit is 4 rupees, that is 4000 rupees. So these two we have to add, that is 5000 rupees, 7000 rupees, 9000 rupees. So this information we will be given as prime cost. This is known as prime cost. So for this prime cost we need to add overheads. So here total overheads as 12,000 rupees. They have mentioned 12,000 rupees. So total overheads is 12,000 rupees. They have mentioned. Fixed overheads as 9,000 rupees. The remaining 3,000 rupees as variable overheads. These variable overheads. So we have to apportion this amount as the number of units. So for A number of units is 1000, for B number of units is 1000. They are equally proportionate. So this 9000 amount will be equally shared. This is 1000 units, 1000 units, 1000 units. That is 9000 rupees equally shared. That is 3000 rupees for A, 3000 rupees for B, and 3000 rupees for C. Variable overheads price is 3000 rupees. That also we have to equally share. That is 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees. So in this way we need to apportion this amount, and then we have to put here fixed cost, that is 3000 rupees for 1000 units. Per unit is 3 rupees. 1000 units is 3000 rupees, per unit is 3 rupees. 3000 rupees per 1000 units, 3 rupees per unit. So like the 1000 rupees variable cost is 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees for 1000 units, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee per unit. So we have to add all these things, that is a prime cost, fixed cost, that is fixed overheads and variable overheads, to the prime cost to get the total cost. So this is 5 plus 3 plus 1, which is equal to 9. 5000 plus 3000 plus 1000 is equal to 9000. 7, 3, 1, which is equal to 11. 7000, 3000, 1000 is equal to 11,000. 9, 3, 1, 13,000. 9, 3,000, 13,000. Like that we have to find out all the total cost for product A and product B and product C. So next we need to find out the profit. Okay. To find out the profit, they have given us the sales. Okay. We will less the cost, total cost from the sales in order to get the profits. Okay. So they have mentioned the unit price. The selling price is also given as unit price, that we have to convert it as a total number of units. So 10 rupees per unit A, that is 10,000 rupees for the 1000 units. 15 rupees per unit, that is for 1000 units it is 15,000 rupees. 20 rupees per unit, that is 20,000 rupees for 1000 units. Okay. So in this way we have to calculate the sales. From the sales we have to subtract the total cost to get the profits. Okay. 10 minus 9 is 1. 10,000 minus 9,000 is 1,000. 15 minus 11 is 4. 15,000 minus 11,000 is equal to 4,000. 20 minus 13 is equal to 7. 20,000 minus 13,000 is equal to 7,000. Okay. So they have told us to calculate the profits according to the absorption costing. So total profit, product A is 1000 rupees, product B is 4000 rupees, and product C is 7000 rupees, which is 12,000 rupees. The total profit according to this absorption technique is also 12,000 rupees. Okay, in this way we need to calculate the total cost and profit using absorption costing. So if you observe here, in absorption costing we have taken both the costs, that is fixed cost and variable cost, in account to calculate the total cost. Okay, this is not the case in the marginal costing. In marginal costing we are going to concentrate only on variable cost but not on the fixed cost. Okay, now we will see how we are going to calculate the marginal costing. So this is also the same way as in the case of absorption costing, but only the difference is in absorption costing we will consider both the overheads, that is fixed overheads and variable overheads, but here we will consider only variable overheads. Okay, so here first we will mention the sales per unit is 10 rupees, total is 10,000 rupees, 15 rupees 15,000 rupees, 20 rupees 20,000 rupees. Okay, next we need to find out the marginal cost. So marginal cost is also called it as variable cost. So in marginal cost also we need to find out the same method, that is first we need to calculate the prime cost, then we have to add other overheads to find out the total cost. Okay, so direct material cost is per unit 3 rupees, total is 3,000 rupees, per B 4 rupees, total is 4,000 rupees, per C per unit 5 rupees, total is 5,000 rupees. In the same way direct labor also we need to find out. To calculate the prime cost we need to add these two, that is direct material and direct labor. So 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, 3,000 plus 2,000 is equal to 5,000, 4 plus 3 is equal to 7,000. In that way we have to calculate the prime cost. In marginal costing we need to add only variable overheads but not the fixed overheads. So variable overheads is 3,000 rupees. Totally it is 3,000 rupees. We have divided it according to their number of units. So A is 1000 units, B is 1000 units and C is 1000 units. All the three products are in 1000 units, so that the 3,000 amount is equally shared, that is 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees. Per unit it is 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee. In that way we have to distribute the variable overheads amount. Next we need to find out the marginal cost. Here marginal cost or variable cost will be represented as a letter called it as V. So we need to add prime cost and variable cost, which is 6. 5,000 rupees plus 1,000 rupees is equal to 6,000 rupees. 7 rupees plus 1 rupee is equal to 8. 7,000 plus 1,000 is equal to 8,000. 9 rupees plus 1 rupee is equal to 10 rupees. 9,000 rupees plus 1,000 is equal to 10,000 rupees. So in this way we need to find out the marginal cost. So here we are not going to calculate the total cost, but we will calculate the contribution. We will calculate the contribution. The contribution can be calculated as S minus V. S minus V means, S means sales. Here we have sales, and V means variable cost or marginal cost. So these two we have to subtract. So okay, so 10 minus 6 is 4. 10,000 rupees minus 6,000 is equal to 4,000 rupees. 15 minus 8 is equal to 7. 15,000 minus 8,000 is equal to 7,000 rupees. Next 20 minus 10, which is 10 rupees. 20,000, 10,000 minus 10,000 is equal to 10,000 rupees. In this way we need to find out the contribution. Here we will calculate the contribution. So next, in marginal costing, so we have to subtract the fixed cost from the total contribution that we have calculated earlier. Total contribution is 21,000. For For A it is 4,000 rupees. Let me show you. For A it is 4,000 rupees, and for B it is 7,000 rupees, and for C it is 10,000 rupees. Total contribution is 21,000. Okay, so from this contribution we need to less the fixed cost, that is 9,000. 21,000 minus 9,000 is equal to 12,000. This is the profit we will get in the marginal costing. So in this way we need to find out the profit using marginal costing. By calculating the total cost in this manner will give you the correct results. Okay, so here we will have some formula, that is contribution. Contribution is equal to selling price minus variable cost. Variable cost is also nothing but the marginal cost, where we will consider only the variable overheads. Or we can also calculate like this, that is total contribution is equal to fixed cost plus profit. Fixed cost plus profit, which gives contribution. Fixed cost plus profit. Okay, by using these two formulae, that is selling price minus variable cost or fixed cost plus profit, will give you the marginal cost equation. So, and this marginal cost equation can be expressed as S minus V is equal to F plus P, where S is nothing but the selling price. Per unit, if you are taking per unit, then we will consider this as selling price, or for the total number of units it can be taken as sales. So V means variable cost or marginal cost, F means fixed cost, P means profit. So if we know any of the three values in this equation, we can able to find out the other variable. Let us see one example. Here they have mentioned the fixed cost as 5 lakh rupees. Variable cost is 10 rupees per unit. Variable cost is 10 rupees per unit. Selling price is 15 rupees per unit, and the output level is 1,50,000 units. 1,50,000 units. Find the profit. So they have mentioned per unit prices. We have to calculate it for total 1,50,000 units. Okay. So first we will calculate the variable cost. So variable cost is equal to 1,50,000 units into 10 rupees. 1,50,000 rupees into 10 rupees. So which is equal to 15 lakh rupees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 lakh rupees. Next, selling price. Our selling price is 1,50,000 units into 15 rupees. 225. 1, 2, 3, 4. 22 lakhs 50,000 rupees. So already they have given us fixed cost as 5 lakhs. So next we will have the equation S minus V is equal to F plus P. We need to find out the P. So P is equal to S minus V minus F. So total sales is 22 lakhs 50,000 rupees minus V is 15 lakhs minus fixed cost is 5 lakh rupees. So which will give you 2,50,000 rupees. So 15,000 plus 5,000 is 20,000. So if we less this from this 22 lakhs 50,000, we will get 2,50,000 as profit. Okay. So in this way, if we have three variables, three values, then we may find out the fourth variable. Okay. So this is the brief introduction about the marginal costing. In the next video, we will see one more concept. Thank you.